What is going on, guys? DBG here. And today we are going to be reacting to Ty's tier list in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. We're going to be reacting to Ty's small forward tier list. So before we get on to, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe and also go sub to Ty. A link to his channel will be in the description lines. So basically, he's going to be ranking tiers from, I don't know what new is, but he's ranking them from new to S tier. And it's only going to be primary small forward. So my prediction for S tier is going to be Kevin Durant, Tracy McGrady, Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, and I don't know who else. And Paul George. That is my prediction for S tier. That would be my S tier. And maybe he can put Melo up there. But that's my prediction for S tier. And let's see. Let's see what he goes with.
On this list, I don't go that in depth on every card. I mean, I give a little brief description why they're in the tier they're in, but I don't want to.
I mean, he went into so much depth. It's like 2 hours on a tier list.
Video, but it's not gonna be talking about each player for a minute or anything like that. Now, before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button. We're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. We're gonna start off with Allen Houston right here. So when you look at Allen Houston, I mean, he's a good overall
B or C?
Okay, but the problem about Allen Houston...
Can't play defense, can't get range.
...is there's a couple of things. First of all...
Can't really dunk.
He came out a while ago, and he was a Tatum a while ago, so that means now he's just kind of a little bit outdated. Combine that, not great on the defensive end of the court.
Can't really do anything, to be honest.
And he can't get limitless bottom. Allen Houston's supposed to be a shooter, right? That's
can't read. Like, Kevin Huerter's better than him.
Shoot the ball. The problem is...
C, I agree. I'll give you C. I agree.
I'm going to start him in C tier. We might move him to B tier.
I'm cool with either. He's one of those two tiers.
I'm going to put him in B tier right
now. I think Iggy's a bit better. Not by much, but I think Iggy's a bit better.
Next up,
Iggy will just play defense, though.
Iguodala. Another card, again, we got to remember when these cards come out. Like, he came out a very, very long time ago, over 2 months ago. Now, for his time, Iggy was Iggy. I mean... That's about fine. As good as I can put it. Iggy was Iggy for a time. The problem is can't get quick first step.
Iggy was completely fine at one stage.
He can get a lot of these shooting badges, but the problem with Iggy is if you get him, you want to run him in there because he's a good defensive player.
He is a good defender.
These defensive badges are not great.
I know, but he's a good defender in game. He's Iggy. Iggy's always a good defender.
I can see the difference in those, and that's where I'm going to have him. Next up, Andrew Wiggins. Might surprise you guys. He's an S.
Why should that surprise anyone?
Yeah, I like to run him at shooting guard more, but tell me this. If you don't think Andrew Wiggins is an S-tier small forward, what does Andrew Wiggins not do on the basketball court? 6'8", can play shooting.
Oh, he's S, no brainer.
Good player build, hot spot from the right corner, top of the key and left slot. Base total of 45 badges, can max him out at 50 badges with, basically all of them being gold or Hall of Fame. 84 3-ball, 99 driving deck, 86 speed ball handle, 93 speed, 90 a lateral quickness, 82 interior is crazy as well. The card doesn't get matched. The card can handle the ball a little bit with the gold quick first step. He can shoot the ball, can give him any shooting badge outside of blindness in the game. Defensively, pretty complete as well. One would argue that Andrew Wiggins is the top shooting guard in the game until the card just came
debatable.
out recently. And you could argue Andrew Wiggins is the most complete shooting guard in the game too. I mean, the only thing he's not going to
I think Jimmy's better. I think Jimmy's better. But I think he's like a slightly downgraded Jimmy.
So complete. He's a card I'm really, really high on.
I agree with S tier though.
So deserving.
I think he's way better than Melo.
A card that's not deserving of S tier is Anthony Edwards.
I'd put him in C. I don't like that.
Maybe
D or C or C or B. Not D or C. C or B.
He has potential. But until that happens, Ant is just never going to see.
He doesn't have a good dribble style. He's a little bit small.
He's 6'5", 6'9", wingspan, no hot spot from the top of the key. He only has 32 base badges, which hurts him. Good 3-ball, good speed, lateral quickness.
Can't really play defense or can't shoot from deep.
Badges in general,
I don't rate him at all. I think he's worse than Iggy.
Lacks a lot. Can't get limitless. You give this card limitless, even as he is. You give him.
You can't give him limitless. First step, he can't get limitless or chef though.
Some more defense. You're maybe looking at a card that's usable.
Yeah, but he can't get limitless.
Jump shot 80. He's gonna be a lot. He's gonna need a lot for him to eat.
He's worse than Iggy. I don't really mind it that much. A.
Bernard King, more than usable in NBA 2K.
Hey, he's chicken.
Collector level reward, which obviously hurts his value in general because he's a collector level 6'7", 7' wingspan. But if you did get this card, here's what you're looking at. 7 Hall of Famers, 35 golds as a base card with all these added. Then you add some badges. Let's say you give him Limitless, you give him Sniper, you add, handles for days on the card, maybe fully badge him out defensively. I don't want to compare him to Andrew Wiggins, but if Andrew Wiggins played the 3, I feel like these cards would be very comparable. Could shoot it a little bit, good enough defender, driving dunks, incredible. It's my best comparison. Jump shot 5 is really nice.
I mean, he's fine. He's chicken. He's chicken. Like
He's
I'm not really reacting to these because I agree.
Below. Bobby Jones up next is an interesting card. He's very interesting because some people swear by Bobby Jones. He's a card for me I would never run. But you've got to respect the defense. At the end of the day, you got to respect.
He's not. Iguodala is better than Bobby Jones. I'm sorry, Iguodala is better than Bobby Jones.
Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go C tier because I have Bobby Jones on the court.
He literally doesn't play offense.
So uncomfortable with him.
He literally doesn't play offense.
I personally am, and I feel like a lot of guys would be the same way.
You got to use him as a screener. That's the only thing you can do.
Offensively, he's really just.
I could probably get away with using him.
I don't know. You can't play him at center. I have a hard time being any.
Yeah, but if you have a shooting center.
Brandon Ingram's a card that when he came out, I was like, you know what? Maybe if you had a 6'9" height, you would be incredible.
He's C.
6'7", 7'3" wingspan.
He doesn't play defense, but he plays offense.
Now, when you do give him this duo, it helps him out, right?
No, it doesn't. He still has a 41 steal.
Sniper, which is so.
He doesn't miss anyway.
Help out.
It doesn't help him at all.
The 3 ball goes up a little bit, driving, layup, stop, and go.
It doesn't help him at all.
Get boosted. But without the duo, we got to remember this card is pretty mediocre.
He's the same card. Nothing gets boosted. Nothing even though it gets boosted.
Always going to have that kind of small, slender player motto / dribble style. Jump shot 75 on quick is fine. He's just not great. I do think he's, probably could make the argument he's beat.
No, you can't. He's C.
With him right now.
Iggy's way better.
Level. He's just not great. Not great in my opinion. I think I'd probably have more success with Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, so would everybody.
We do see Bruce Bowen, and Bruce Bowen's a card.
I agree.
I think is.
I can't argue.
Not to say Bruce Bowen's the best small.
Like, there's no player yet. Like, if you're wondering why I'm kind of a little bit silent in this, there's no player that, like, if a player's 1 tier off, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. But, like, there's nothing really wrong so far. I'm not going to disagree with any of these.
But he's slept on because of this. He's a 3-and-D guy. And early on in 2K, right? When
he's a cone,
October 22nd for budget.
He's a damn good one.
Very good with a very smooth jump shot 40 base. Now, is Bruce Bowen going to do anything outside of shoot and defend? Your answer is no. So, is he probably worse than Allen Houston and Anthony?
No, he's better. He's so much better.
Because of how
he's so much better on defense than both of them. He's way better than Edwards.
I'm going to throw Bruce in B tier.
He's the best player in B tier.
You might argue, how is he better than Bobby Jones? Well, he can shoot the ball, and shooting the ball is important. We can't just discount what shooting means to people. As much as
in my opinion, he's the best player in B tier.
Carmelo Anthony is still an S tier small player. I don't even want to put him in here anymore, and that should say enough about.
I'd put him in A.
I want Melo to be S tier, but it is what it is. I don't make the rules. I don't create how good these cards are.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I have him. I don't know about that one.
Forward in the game. Again, I do not make the rules. He's a card that can get a crazy amount of badges, over 50 total badges on the card. If you fully badge him, he's S tier. I'm not liking him as much on next gen as I initially did, but he's okay.
I mean,
Butler, another card, he's okay.
B?
Do I prefer Bruce Bowen to Caron Butler? Yes. Give me Bruce Bowen every day of the week.
Yeah, but he's better than Allen Houston.
Caron's going to be fine, though. He's going to shoot the ball.
Way better than Allen Houston.
Can't handle the ball.
You've overrated Allen Houston already.
He's going to shoot the ball well. Jump shot 17 is fine. If you got him in Ascension a season ago, he was
like,
fine.
if you're going to put him in C, that's fine, but Allen Houston needs to go down.
But just not that next tier of good. Chris Mullin, I think we might have to rearrange the tiers here a little bit. For now, he's more comparable to Bernard King than the guys at BT.
Yeah, but Allen Houston shouldn't be in that tier.
But to say Allen Houston is comparable to...
Yeah, but just Allen Houston shouldn't be in that tier.
Chris Mullin's going to shoot the ball incredibly. Again, at 6'7", provides...
That's all he does is shoot.
If you do play him at shooting guard, can defend a little better than Allen. Overall, Chris Mullin is better than Allen.
I don't disagree with Hedo as of right now.
A tier. Dale Ellis.
He's worse Allen Houston.
You had your time, chicken man. Dale Ellis attainable the first day of the game. If we were
really getting these pink diamonds the first week of the game.
It's going to be incredible, right? I doubt we will until we start getting opals. But we got to remember 93 3-ball, 80 speed, 76 lateral quickness. But the best part about him is the Ray Allen base.
He is shifty. Wow, I didn't know he was shifty.
Chicken man.
Still didn't like him that much.
Too early on was solid as well. Now we're going to go C tier. Can I just get a bad player so I can just trash one of these cards? Like, Danny Granger is smooth, though.
I think Granger's better than Mullen.
Let's say you badged him up and now you're just picking up.
I think Granger's better than Mullen. I don't know why. I think Granger's better than Mullen. Just putting it out there.
Clamps, you interceptor, quick first step, those types of badges. You badge up everything else. You can have success with this card. Basically a Glenn Robinson clone, and I mean,
I think he's better than Chris Mullin.
You upgrade the ball in a little bit.
I might be the only one saying that, but I think he's better than Mullin.
Just fine. I don't know if he's next level good. You can honestly make the argument upper tier.
I'm happy with him in this tier, but I think he's quite a bit better than Bowen. I do think he's better than Mullin. I think he's definitely A tier, not B tier. I think he's a lot closer to Mullin than he's way better than these guys.
Of B, but because of how low I am in relative to Danny Granger and his MT value, I'm gonna go B tier for him, right?
Wow, taking MT value into account. You're learning, Ty. You're learning. We'll have you putting Kevin Huerter in S tier in no time. We'll have him putting Kevin Huerter in S tier before we know it, lads.
Now, card might surprise you where I go with him. Deadlift Shrimp in.
What? He's the best player. Like, okay. Actually, you know what? If he's putting like 7 players in S tier, I agree. We need to see how many are in S tier, though.
Like, what? Deadlift in S tier?
That looks really good.
10 guys, 92 3-ball, 80 driving.
He's got everything.
84 speed,
he's got base 40 as well.
Quickness. What can Deadlift not do? I know he only has 5 Hall of Fame.
No, Deadlift's brilliant.
All of them are shooting in the shooting kind of category. You give him, he can't get quick first step, but you give him.
No, he's a cone. He doesn't need it.
Just to make him just that little bit.
Oh no,
jump shot 40 is fine.
I'll have to see what there is,
shot.
but I don't necessarily
He
disagree.
4 and he might be better at the 4, but Deadlift.
Like, I don't necessarily disagree with Deadlift. He's so much better than these two guys. It just all depends on what the other cards are. Like, if he's putting like 8 or 9 cards in S tier, then fair enough. Not gonna disagree.
Belongs more in S tier than anywhere else on this list. I still have this titled as new. This is F tier Dominique Wilkins.
Wait, who do you have in? Dominique Wilkins is not that much worse than Brandon Ingram. I'm just saying.
Better at the 4, but Deadlift belongs.
I'm not saying he's not that much worse than. He's not that much worse than Ingram.
I still have this titled as new. This is F tier Dominique Wilkins. Do I even need to bring this card up to explain why he's in F tier?
He's not good. He is F tier. I probably agree with that, but he's not 2 tiers worse than Ingram.
This card is a scrub. You can use him, but guys, because of the release, jump shot 8 will never be.
He has no quick first step.
This card stinks. I'll never, ever be high on Dominique Wilkins. I don't think again.
I'm pretty sure. Ty was really high on him base 8 last year.
I think it was 2K19. Was Dominique Wilkins was the triple threat offline reward, but I mean he had his
2K20. Baylor. I mean, with these players, Baylor is A tier. I don't think Baylor's A tier. We got Mullen in A or Baylor's in A.
Time. Elgin Baylor up next. Another card you could make the argument for A tier, but again, a card that came out nearly 2 months ago. He's got the hidden stats, right? The 95 speed, the 89 interior, good rebounder, but he has the base dribble style. And I can't get by that, right? If you play him at small 40, he's only 6'5", right? If you play him at shooting guard, he's going to struggle getting the rim with the base dribble style. Only gets bronze.
I agree.
He's okay. Like, if you really want to use Elgin Baylor, he's at
I'm 1 tier off. I don't disagree.
In the game. He's just not that next tier, that next step up.
Wait, do not disrespect Franz Wagner. He's D tier. Do not disrespect Franz Wagner. Whatever you do not disrespect Franz Wagner. I don't know what it is about him. He is God. Like, he doesn't have any defense badges. And don't even, like, talk about his stats and badges. Use Franz Wagner. I'm telling you, I can't be the only one person that is just crazy about Franz Wagner. Like, he's so good. And I'm not, like, people have told me that in the comment section as well. The only reason I started using Wagner was someone literally DM me on Twitter being like, use Franz Wagner. Use Franz Wagner. He is absolutely insane. And I never look back. So, do not put him in F tier.
Franz Wagner, one of the newer cards that we do have on this list that came out just last week. His defense is bad. I do still think I'd have more success with Franz Wagner than a guy like Dominique Wilkins, so I'm not going to put him in F tier. But he's bad. Like, I'm not going to say really bad. He's
not bad. His stats are bad. But please do not put him in F tier. Please do not put Franz Wagner in F tier. I'm cool with D tier. I personally put him C, but I'm cool with D.
Worst card on this list. Will he maybe go down into F tier?
No. Please do not put Franz Wagner in F tier. You've got Jamal Wilkes in there. Jamal Wilkes needs to be in a tier of his own. He's a trash can. Larry Keenan is a trash can. There are trash cans. Patience Diakovic is a trash can. Like, Franz Wagner, Dominique doesn't belong in. Dominique's a tier up. There are so many worse cards here than Franz Wagner.
Possibly, but for now we'll move him into D tier. George Gervin. C tiers are guys that are not terrible, right? George Gervin, he might even be B tier. He gets a lot. George Gervin gets a lot of slander. I'm gonna move him into B tier. He gets a lot of slander, and the reason George Gervin gets slander is because he came right after Glenn Robinson, and people were expecting a lot out of the draft. George Gervin, if you got him, is fine. You give him quick first step, he is fine. I know he can't get clamps, but at 6'7" at the 2, he's fine. I mean, he's not.
Like, he's B.
You're gonna have the most success.
He's B. I don't think anyone's ever argued.
Better than everybody in C tier. You could even make the.
I'm sorry. No one ever argued Gervin was ass. We just argued that Gervin wasn't that good.
He's better than a guy like Anthony Edwards. Gerald Wallace up next. He's on the verge of being S tier.
Yeah.
Gerald Wallace is right in here. I'm gonna go A.
I wouldn't put him in S, but if you've got Schrempf up there, I mean, you could definitely make the argument. He's better. Him and Bernard King are even. They're so much better than Mullen. Mullen should be down, and if anyone, Granger should be up.
It's here with him. But the gap between Gerald Wallace and a guy like Andrew Wiggins is not much. Here's what I'll say about Gerald. 6'7". The big difference is he can't play the shooting guard position. Very good shooter. The best part about this Gerald card is what he gets done on the defensive end of the court. His offense.
He's insanely good. His defensive animations are crazy.
A lot better than base. Jump shot forward smooth. You can give him limitless. You can give him sniper. Problem is he needs handles for days. Problem is you probably want to put, at least hyperdrive, maybe ankle breaker on him. You need limitless. You need sniper, blinders, deadeye. What do you give him, right? He not that he lacks badges, but I would like to just see him a little more badged up. Gerald Wallace, the more I look at him, the more I think if I had these cards, Gerald Wallace would be an F tier caliber player. Glenn Robinson, wherever Danny is. Quite honestly, these two I go back and forth on whoever being better. I mean, you can do the comparison yourself. The main difference that I see in these cards, right? Glenn, obviously 6'7". Look at Danny Granger. He's 6'9". Glenn's going to be more complete as a base card. Danny, a little less complete badge-wise, obviously.
I'm cool with them in the same tier.
Solid. Grant Hill.
Hey, look, I'm not going to disagree. Grant Hill's A tier. Chris Mullen does not belong in A. And again, I have Mullen. I'm kind of high on Mullen, but Mullen does not belong there. Like, Mullen belongs with Glenn Robinson. I genuinely believe that. Grant Hill, A.
Better than those cards, right? Grant Hill, for the time
Grant Hill might be better than Jared Wallace.
Was ridiculous. We got to remember, he came out 2 months ago. That is ridiculous. 6'8", 6'11" wingspan, hotspots from both corners. This card had upwards of 45 total badges, 93 speed, lateral quickness, 83 3-ball, good release. The only problem is the base dribble style. That was really the only downfall in Grant Hill. I'm excited. Hopefully 2K gives us a new Grant Hill very soon, but that card was very, very solid.
Gus is B.
Gus the bus. Look, man.
Gus is B. We all know.
Go C tier.
Again, I'm not reacting to some of this stuff because I actually agree with almost everything.
Glenn and Danny are just a little bit better than
No, you have Gus below Bruce Bowen. I'm sorry. What? You have Gus below Gervin. You have Gus below Allen Houston. You have Gus below Anthony Edwards. No, that's wrong. He is below these two guys, but my God, that's wrong.
And Gus in the stage we're in. But Gus, he had his time. I was super high on Gus. Even entering the first squads, I wanted to find a way to run Gus. He's just an all-around player. The problem is, badge-wise, he leaves a lot to be desired. And that's the big difference between even him and Glenn Robinson. Just the badge-wise, it's, right, you can't upgrade a lot of these. No sniper, no limitless, can't upgrade the pickpocket, pogo stick, or clamps. It's just... That's really the difference. Gus is solid if you want it. If you're still running Gus, you're fine. He can get the job done. Hedo Turkoglu, look, man. I'm not even going to go worthless with you because you're not that bad. But I'm sorry. If you're running Hedo Turkoglu, you need to seek medical attention.
Oh, wait. 1 second. You guys are saying... He just said that. I just need to show you guys this comment section. I need to show you guys this in my comment section. He has just said, if you run Hedo Turkoglu, you need to seek medical attention. I need to find this comment, lads. I need to actually find this. Someone commented on my video yesterday. It's hilarious. Like, actual comedy. Actual comedy right here. So, someone on my video yesterday. Whatever. A little usable. That's fine. You're hella wrong on Hedo. 6'10" small forward with a great release and easily the best shooting small forward in the game. And because he's 6'10", he plays good defense. He's half-timer on top. He's easily the best value card in the game. Oh my God.
In a hurry. This card stinks. He's going D tier.
I agree. Hedo sucks. Hedo might be better than Ingram, though. He might actually be better than Ingram. Ingram needs to go down.
Because I'm a realist, and he's not as bad as Dominique Wilkins. But he is worse than everybody at C tier.
He sucks.
And you cannot change my mind.
He actually sucks.
He's not good defensively. Yes, he has shifty, but he doesn't have a release to work with. I'm sorry, Hedo. You are not very good.
Jamal Wilkes is the worst player on this list. If you've ever used that Jamal Wilkes, he is a trash can. He is a trash can.
Jamal Wilkes defensively, hey, you can maybe get some things done with him on the defensive end of the court. Offensively, is 73.
He's the funniest free. The only reason you should ever use this card is to draw fouls and laugh at his free throw.
15. Do y'all even know what set shot 15 is? Let me tell you, it's one of the worst releases, if not the worst release in the game. Jamal Wilkes, I'm not spending any time on you.
He's so. It's fun. Jamal Wilkes, it's funny how bad he is, though. It's actually just funny how bad Jamal Wilkes is.
Next up here, we do have Pink Diamond Jason Tatum. I mean, realistically, Jason Tatum is an A tier player. He's a reluctant A tier.
Tatum over Granger, really?
I don't like the card. I hate
Tatum over Granger, that's a...
But if you fully badge up Jason Tatum without the release, even if he has an off... He has a way better release than he does. I just want to kind of clarify that. And he's just a way better overall card than he do. He's solid. I mean, this card can do a lot of things on the basketball court. Yes, he has base jump style. His jump shot's not very good in general. But Jason Tatum fully badged is an A-tier caliber player.
Over Glenn and Granger, I don't know.
I don't even want him to be A-tier because I don't like the card.
Because he's not. Stick to your gut, man. Stick to your gut because you're right.
Just where he lies.
B.
Off-brand Jimmy Butler, the Diamond Jimmy B is a decent.
He's not good. He's bang average.
Diamond Jimmy Butler is a decent enough card.
He is like the definition of mid.
Better one, right? Especially if you give him that boost, 3-ball boost, perimeter defense boost, tireless defender and half, definitely helps. Even without the duo, he's solid. 81 3-ball.
Like he's just so mid.
91 lateral quickness.
Like there's no other. There's no other word to describe him. He is mid.
Way overshadowed by the new Jimmy Butler. Was there ever a question where the new Jimmy Butler would
go?
No,
he's insane. He's S.
Love Jimmy Butler in
Jimmy's S, no brainer.
But in 2K has a smooth release, has a good 3-ball rating at an 87, 92 speed, 96 lateral quickness, 80 driving dunk, 92 ball, 86 ball handle. And look at all the Hall of Fame defense.
Oh, he's insane.
I shouldn't even have
he's
to
insane.
You guys that Jimmy Butler is a top small forward in the game. I know he doesn't get a limited spot of hot zone hunter, but my thing is this. Finish him out defensively. You give him chase down, artist, post, lockdown, rim protector, rebound chaser, maybe handles for days. If you want to put dead eye blinders on him, you can.
I mean, he might be the best 2-guard in the game. Or small forward.
An S tier small forward. Let's just get these lower tier guys in here before we get
okay, worthless tier. Peja is worthless. Larry Keenan's worthless. I know he's probably going to put MLK in D tier, but MLK should be B. And other than that, none of these guys suck. Oh, TJ Warren's worth F tier as well.
2 ahead of ourselves. Okay, TJ Warren is pretty.
He is the card that sums up stats lie. His stats were so good. He is so bad. He is so ass. Like, he is one of the worst players I've used all year, and I'm not even, like, that's not even just worst of their tiers. He's one of the worst players. He's up there in the Marvin Bagley category of the worst players I've used. I used him for a day and was like, this card stinks, and I went back to using Emerald cards.
Pretty bad. I'll just go D tier for him. Peja Stojakovic, pretty bad. And the reason I threw Peja on this is because people don't realize how bad Peja is. Like, Peja is awful.
Bots use Peja.
Paul Pierce on the verge of being F tier. Like, he is that bad.
D, keep him in D.
Let's see. Scottie Pippen's pretty bad for the time we're in. I don't think he's in the lower 2 tiers. Neither is Sean Marion, as much as I don't.
Terrence Davis sucks.
Terrence Davis.
He's a 6'4" small forward.
That I decided to add into this.
He's not good.
Why? Well, because he is a new card, and he's a.
I mean, he's F.
I'm wondering where Terrence Davis lies. Jump shot 44 on quick. A card release.
He can't really play defense. He's slow when he's a meh shooter.
All in all, though,
he's 6'4". He's F.
I'm gonna go D tier with the card.
Dominique's better than him.
That bad, but he's not very good. John Havlicek, I'm gonna go C tier with. Now Hondo, when he came out, he was solid, and he's
I like Hondo.
Solid. It's just he's basically a worse Cliff Hagan. That's the best way I can phrase it.
Yep.
He's gonna knock down shots, be serviceable on defense, good enough for C tier, but can't put him any higher. Kelly Tripucka, I'm sorry, guys.
He shoots, though.
Grinded this card and thought he would be decent. This card is not good.
Nobody grinded this card. They just got him on the way to Melo. No one grinded for Kelly Tripucka, but he's a lot better than people give him credit for. He's like Drazen without range. He doesn't miss.
He's not going into worthless because he still shoots the ball decently with an 89 3-ball and good enough shooting badges. But you can't run Kelly and think you're going to have success with him because it's just...
I run Drew Holiday, Kevin Herter, Gold, Ben McLemore, Sapphire, Maxi Kleba, and Sapphire Simvular. Hashtag SimNation, lads. Hashtag SimNation. I think that's what that means, doesn't it? Is that what that hashtag means? I just want to be involved. I just want to be part of the hashtag SimNation club. So we've got Simvular at center. And I've had a lot of success in clutch time. I'm winning 75% of my games. So, like, if you want to have success in Unlimited, you're going to struggle with Kelly. If you want to have success in any other mode, Kelly works fine.
Probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to end well for you guys.
KD's same card. They're both S.
Now we've got the KDs.
They're the same card.
Let me ask you guys, where do you guys think the KDs should go? I think it goes like
the only
this.
difference is one's an 88 block.
S-tier. Is one KD better than the other? Absolutely. This KD is the best small forward in the game.
I agree.
And he is better than the other KD.
I agree.
All the KDs, Pink Diamonds, are in this top tier. I'm just telling you guys, the new KD is better than the old one.
He is.
82 stats. You guys are like, well, some of them are passing. Yeah, you're right. And some of them are also in block and draw foul stats.
If you're a competitive player, the new Kevin Durant's way better than the older Kevin Durant. If you're just like a casual player who just plays this game for fun, you're not going to notice a difference.
Do matter badge-wise. Some more Hall of Famers as well as the Dimer gets added and Needle Threader. So I think he's a little bit better. That's my personal opinion on it. I think that this KD is the top. This KD might be the second best shooter, small forward of the game. I love KD in 2K this year especially, and so probably how I'd sort it. Then I might go Jimmy, probably Melo, Andrew, and Detlef. That's probably how I'd go at S tier. Detlef and Andrew might drop down depending on where we go from here. LeBron. For the time we're in, I'm going to go B tier with him.
B.
I still think LeBron James is a card that if you are a defensive head, you're going to love the card. 91 speed, 85 lateral quickness, insanely good player, model player, built with Hall of Fame. And he is going to be incredible. So we only have one line left.
Mikal Bridges might be S tier. You know what? Mikal Bridges might be S tier.
Moving through this pretty well. Mikal Bridges might surprise you guys. I'm going A tier.
Not S? Wow. I would put Mikal Bridges in S. I'm not even lying. He's S tier for me.
Do I think Mikal Bridges is as good as... I'm going to move around some tiers.
He's way better than Tatum. No. If Gerald Wallace is in A tier, no, yeah. Mikal Bridges is the same tier as Gerald Wallace. But he's way better than Mullen and way better than Tatum. He's significantly better both of them.
I don't like this. I don't...
What? How? What? You have Chris Mullen above. How is it that I'm the one defending the defensive player?
Not like this. Gonna move around some tiers here. Just
how do you have Chris Mullen, who doesn't do anything at a great rate except shoot wide open? Like, he doesn't do anything except that. I do apologize about the typing. I just have to sort something out. But oh my god, that's a bad move, Ty. It's a really bad move. Mikal Bridges, if anything, he's the second best player in A tier.
In general, I don't like what I have going on here.
Move down Ingram.
That's where we're going. Okay.
Ingram's way better than Iguodala.
We're gonna move some guys.
Okay,
down,
I'm cool with that.
In general, we're gonna.
Franz Wagner is not F tier. That is blasphemy.
Do a lot of adjusting here because some of the
Franz Wagner is so much better than Terrence Davis. It's not even funny. It is not even funny. Franz Wagner, not only are his stats better, he's 5 inches taller than Terrence Davis, has a much longer wingspan, and has a release that's easier to green.
These cards literally are worthless. I'm sorry.
Terrence Davis. You have Terrence Davis and TJ Warren. These guys are trash cans. And you've put Pierce, Hedo, and Franz Wagner in F tier. All three of these guys are so much better than these two guys. I get it. These 4 guys are better. Kelly, Bobby Jones, Andre, and Ingram. I'll admit are better. These are trash cans. You're moving the wrong players down. This list was fine up to a point. This was fine. Like, it was fine to the stage where I was just like nodding along, being like, oh yeah, I kind of agree with all these decisions, sorting out some meshes with a designer for my next video. But no, this has gotten dreadful. This went from good to dreadful real quick. If I was ranking this tier list, it went from 100 to 0 real quick.
Literally terrible. So, from B tier, who gets moved down? Well, Bruce sadly gets
Bruce Bowen is better than Allen Houston.
moved down. Who else are we going to move down? Deserving. Move George Gervin down. I think this looks
Just move Allen Houston down, please.
a little bit better at B tier and then A tier as well. Deadlift, I'm moving you down.
Move Chris Mullen down.
As well. So this is where
Move. You have Tatum behind Mikal Bridges. Not even you. I don't understand this. Like, first of all, you yourself, stick to your guns. If I was to ask you, who would you rather use? You like Jason Tatum. You like Mikal Bridges. You hate Tatum. Stick to your guns, man. Stop being like blinded by the tears. The last person I thought was gonna be like an overall snob is Mr. TYDEBO. But no, he is. He is an overall snob at the highest regards, putting Mikal Bridges behind Jason Tatum.
where we got at right now. I think at B tier, this looks a lot better in general. Just so I don't have to make people, out of position. Like, Mikal's not comparable to Gerald Wallace.
He's not as good, but he's comparable.
And I don't want to even make them comparable. So
They are comparable.
I think this looks a little better. Still,
No, it doesn't. Mikal Bridges is an A-tier player.
if you want to run
I might have been gassing him saying yes, because you are correct. Gerald Wallace is better, but they are comparable.
Mikal in comp, you can. He's just going to be
You can't run Tatum in comp. You better believe you can't run Tatum in comp.
little bit worse at
You can't run Chris Mullen in comp.
everything compared to Gerald Wallace.
He is, but like, what the hell is Tatum doing there?
That's why I just did not like
You're basically saying he's not as good as the best player in A tier, so he's B tier. What? Like, you're gonna put ML in F tier then?
that comparison. ML Carr, really a step below Mikal.
He is. He is a step below Mikal Bridges, but he should be B tier. Mikal should be A.
I still think ML Carr, C tier is like usable cards. I still think ML Carr is usable because of how well he's going to play defense. It's just without
His
any
release is so
shooting
good.
badge with the 75 3-ball for the average person watching this video, it's going to be tough, right? And if you're the best player in the game, you're going to be able to...
Unpopular opinion, there is nobody right now that has ML card that's average at this game. ML card was not easy to get. He was a season 1 card. Not a lot of people played the game when ML card came out. If you have ML card right now, you are more than likely not a bad player. Just putting it out there.
Agreeing with ML Carr, and he's going to be fine, but I do think at this stage he belongs in C tier.
B.
OG and Anobi, I'm going to go B tier with.
He's
The
nowhere
reason he's
near
not
as good as
any
Mikal.
higher is because of the release. I just don't like
One
the
and
release
and-
of OG and Anobi here. 6'7",
Bridges is
6'7"
better.
wingspan. Obviously, he's got a good 3-ball at 88 speed, 92 lateral quickness. This card should be better than he is. Just do not like the jump shots.
And Bridges is just better
I just
than him.
don't like it at all. Combine that with slasher dribble style. He's only 6'7". B tier is not bad. It's
I like B.
I don't think he's quite A.
You swap Bridges into A, and you bring down Chris Mullen and Tatum, and then the list starts to look a bit better.
A card that's not A tier level is Paul George. He is S tier level. Throw him
I don't like Paul George that much, but I'm not going to disagree.
up here with
Not gonna
the
argue
top
that.
small forwards in the game. I'll explain why I like Paul George and why people make the case that he's the best small forward in the game. Badge-wise specific, he's the best small forward in the game, and it's not
I agree.
close. You give this card base 60 badge. So that means you can add
There's something I don't like. I don't know what it is. I just don't like.
Rebound chaser, post lockdown, rim protector, at least all of those, and probably just give him at this point box and brick wall as well. You give him a total of 65 total badges, 91 3-ball, 95 driving dunk. He's the most complete small forward as well. There's really no flaws in Paul George. The only thing I don't necessarily love is his release, and that's just me being biased. It's fine. His release is...
I'm the opposite. I like his release. Mainly because I think I've used him a power forward quite a lot. I think whenever I've used Paul George, he's been a power forward, and that's probably why I don't like him, because he's not a power forward.
Absolutely fine. I like it more than Melo's.
That's probably
Just
why I
not
didn't like it.
necessarily the best release in the game.
B.
Purvis short. Look, man, I love you. I love you a lot, Purvis, because you do have the Vince Carter release.
What? Like, I get it. He's not the greatest, but he's better than Allen Houston.
You're just C tier. I mean, you're basically wherever ML Carr is. Your cards are basically the same.
Yeah, but ML Carr has a tier too low as well. Like, you're ranking tiers based on who the best... You're ranking people based on who the best player in their tier is. You're basically saying now, if they're worse than the best player, And now there's so many guys to start at a tier list, at the early in these tier lists, that are way out of position because you've either gassed them or made them way too low.
Purvis is going to shoot the ball a little bit better. ML is just going to be a little bit better defensively.
They're not even comparable. He's like a slightly downgraded Vince Carter.
He's not comparable.
He's like Vince Carter without a 3-shoe.
But defensively, Purvis is going to be that little bit better.
He's like he's basically Vince Carter.
In like an unlimited type.
If you have more than one tier gap between Purvis and Vince Carter, I don't know what to say because they're essentially the same card. Vince is tiniest bit better. They have the same release. Purvis, like Vince shoots the ball better. Vince dunks the ball better. Purvis short's taller and plays better defense. Like, they have the same release, same animations. They are the same card. I do agree Vince is a little better, and you're going to put Vince in A tier, which means you should be putting Purvis short in B tier, but you're putting two basically identical cards in a gap of 2 tiers. This is going to be Harden all over again.
But he's not a card I'd like to play for money with. Winding it down here, guys.
You played for money with Purvis short like a month ago.
It looks like we have a little under 10 players left, okay? So here's the thing. A lot of these players are solid. You know, you got T-Mac, you got a guy like RJ, Vince, but it doesn't look like we got any top-heavy players. So I'm going to save T-Mac till the end because he's a guy I want to talk about. But Richard Jefferson, look, man, I'm sorry. If I'm putting Jason Tatum in A tier, I'm putting Richard Jefferson in A tier. And you guys can hate me.
Yes, but what the hell is Jason Tatum doing in A tier? Like, I agree, Jason Tatum is as good as Jason Richardson, but don't double down on the dumb decision.
He could be a little bit better. I like Richard Jefferson's release more.
Jefferson's better than Tatum. Jefferson is so much better than Tatum. Tatum just doesn't belong anywhere near. Tatum and Mullen do not belong in that tier.
More than Jason Tatum, and honestly, I like Richard Jefferson as a player more than
Jason
Tatum. Now, I will say, Jason Tatum, badge-wise, is better than Richard Jefferson. But compare the cards side by side, guys. I mean,
no,
you guys
Jefferson's way better than Tatum.
I can, yes.
Don't make the argument. Jefferson's way better than Tatum. Don't try to justify it. You're correct. Jefferson is way better than Tatum.
Badge-wise, we know JT's better. They're so similar. I mean, in general, these cards are so similar. If either of these guys had a better release, they'd be an S tier. They just...
No. I mean, now you're kind of gassing it, but, like, neither of them... Like, maybe Jefferson belongs in A, but neither of them are as good as Mikal Bridges, and you would agree with that. If you were asked who would you rather use, Mikal Bridges or either of these guys, you would answer yourself Mikal Bridges 10 times out of 10. Have some conviction, man.
Just don't. They're both pretty...
I've never used Rolando Blackman. I'm not going to talk about him.
Releases. Look, man, Rolando Blackman.
I like set shot 3, so...
Sorry. I am sorry. Like, I am sorry that they gave you set shot.
I like set shot 3. I might be the only one, but I like set shot 3. It's so easy to green.
Because if you did not have set shot 3, you'd be okay. He'd be okay. He's still not that bad. I'm going C tier with him, and I'm not changing my mind. Set shot 3 on a guy that plays really shooting guard is tough, and he's just not great, right? He's just not great. I've never came up against a Rolando Blackman. Thank God nobody's locking him for the exchange.
Yeah, because you need 20 original owner Mavs players. Nobody has 20 original owner Mavs players sitting in their collection. Like, literally, you need the whole freaking Mavs team. Nobody has 20 original owner Mavs players, so nobody's going to get Rolando Blackman. He's cheap other than those 20 original owner. Like, it's the most original owner players we've ever needed from a specific team. It is a joke how many Mavs players. You could open $1,000 worth of packs and you still don't have enough original owner Mavs players for Blackman.
If anybody ever comes up against this card, you're probably wondering, okay, what is my opponent doing with this card? He's so mediocre, so mid. Sadiq Bey is mid as well, but for a Ruby, he's so elite. In general, guys, he's a mediocre card. I'm not gonna sit here and gas.
He's also better now in Houston. Just putting it out there.
Pick him up.
He's way better now in Houston.
If you are balling on a budget, he's a card that can shoot, can play some decent defense, can attack the rim. I know it. He's got big dribble style. Not even base. He's got big dribble style, but he's got jump shot 31. So especially if you are on current gen. He's a guy I'd consider. Like,
he's better than Anthony Edwards. He's better than Jimmy Butler. He's better than OG Anunoby. I mean, you can argue he's better than the Diamond LeBron James. But at the same time, he may not be better than Purvis Short. These are all over the place, man. He's better than Chris Mullen. Again, I replaced Chris Mullen for Sadiq Bey.
I mean, especially if you're on current gen because of how good jump shot 31 is. Definitely a guy I'd consider. Scottie Pippen, I mean...
Wherever MLK is, C.
I'm going to go C tier just because of his defense, but he's not a card that is really super.
He can hit wide open and he plays defense.
The reason I'm going D tier with Scottie Pippen,
I mean, if you got Iggy down there, fair enough.
because I don't think he's better than Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, but Andre Iguodala should not be in D tier. like that's the thing. When you've got guys like Iguodala that are at least one tier down from where they should be, you kind of have to put Scotty down. Like, by that logic, you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't really like Scott. I mean, is Scottie Pippen that much better than Hedo Turkoglu? No, Scottie Pippen's F tier. Like, you're basing he's based every player off a card that's in a tier that they shouldn't be in. He's like, oh, this card, it's like, oh, Richard Jefferson is in A tier because Tatum's in A tier. Tatum shouldn't be in A tier. Sadiq Bey is in C tier Purvis Short because you compare it to ML Carr. Neither of those guys, they both should be up tiers. Like, Sadiq Bey is good enough. I just don't get it. I don't get the logic here. I don't get the logic. Like, Iguodala should be in C. If anything, Iguodala should be in B. And I'm pretty sure at the start of this tier list, you said you preferred Iguodala to Allen Houston.
And Iggy might D tier is harsh for Iggy because
there we go. Iguodala should not be in D tier.
I'm gonna go D tier, but it's a little harsh for him.
No, you were this close. You were this close.
His 3 ball is low and he doesn't come with a super good release.
But he also comes with Scotty behind the back, and he just behind the back dunk on people.
Scottie Pippen can't get quick first step. We got to remember we got him over 2 months ago.
Quick first step doesn't matter when he has the Scotty behind the back.
So now, Scotty, I don't know. He might have a time later on in 2K, but now.
I assume A, B, A, S. For me, it would be A, B, B, S. I assume that's the way Ty's going with this. This should be a no-brainer.
Another guy I respect is Sean Marion. I respect
He's A.
him. I do not like him one bit. I'm sorry. He's not as good as Richard Jefferson or Jason.
He's way better than both. Oh my, no. You have just put Sean Marion into B tier. What are we doing out here? Like, he was on the line. He was in like half the qualifiers for 250K's lineup. What are we doing here? Nobody in the history of 2K has ever used Jason Tatum in a competitive game, and at least 50% of the comp players use Sean Marion. You're sticking with your conviction in hating Marion, but not in liking Mikal Bridges, man? Oh my god, this started off so well. That I wasn't even paying attention. I just assumed he was going to make the smart decision.
I cannot physically put him over OG Anunoby. Defensively, he is absolutely elite. He's got Hall of Fame interceptor, intimidator, post stick, rebound chaser. I get all of that. But the problem is this. Jump shot 39 with release.
It's the highest white percentage in the game.
That release is absolutely
no, it's not. It's fine.
Terrible in 2K.
It's fine.
It is absolutely nearly unusable. It is
on Franz Wagner, like it's about 10 players have that card. The release is fine. It's the highest white percentage in the game.
It's that bad.
He doesn't miss.
So bad right now. But Sean Marion in general, guys, I mean, the fundamental dribble shot is not bad. Defensively, not bad. Statistically wise, one of the best players in all the 2K. But the problem comes with that release. Tobias Harris, C tier. I mean,
how is he C tier?
That when he came out, people liked.
He's like Melo with minus 10 speed.
Yeah, people compared him to Melo, even though he never should have been compared to Melo.
He is literally the only different. Like, if he had a plus 10 speed, he would feel the exact same as Melo.
Compared him to. Good shooting wise, defensively, I guess he's kind of like Melo. The speed is really, really low, though.
He is literally, if you gave him 90 speed, he'd be as good as Melo.
He's fine. I mean, he came with limitless.
How is he C tier?
70 on quick. He's fine. Like, in general, he's fine. He gets pretty tough, especially if you give him the duo. But he's not a card you look at and you're like, at this stage. Wow,
he's fine. Yeah, he's B.
Vince Carter. It pains me to do this. I like Vince as good as what I'm gonna do is.
Why is Chris Mullin? Thank you. It's taking long enough. And now just get rid of Jason Tatum. We're good.
Mullin B tier. That's what I'm gonna do.
Mullin is in the bottom half of B tier players.
Since I made my B tier a little bit better, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't put Vince Carter any higher because I would get absolutely sizzled in my comments, especially for a card that came out 2.5.
Who cares about your comment section, man? Stick with your convictions. If you think Vince is A tier, stick with it, man. Also, Vince, I agree with Vince in B. But it's kind of crazy. Like, Vince should be... You've underrated Purvis Short. And if you want to put Vince in A, I'm cool with that. Just put Purvis Short in B.
Oh, Vince Carter, you'll always have a special place in my heart. If we get a better Vince Carter, he will be on my team. There's no questions asked. I love you, Vince. Pains me to put you in B tier. It just pains me because I love you. T-Mac is going to be our last insert in.
I'm sorry, like, man, you gotta get more conviction. Like, if you like Vince, put him in A tier. Like, Vince is better than Richard Jefferson and Jason Tatum. Like, Vince is not the worst player in A tier. You move up Vince, Marion, Mikal Bridges, and bring down Tatum and Jefferson, and then we're on to something.
In it to S tier. Now, obviously, at small forward, I don't like T-Mac, but really that much. But at shooting guard,
6'8" guard, like.
Is he the top 2 shooting guard in the game? I don't know. That's a really personal opinion, especially when you compare him side by side to Andrew Wiggins. It's so much preference based, but he's incredible. I mean, T-Mac is a guy with the Trey Burke base. He's 6'8", pretty lengthy, and in general, he's pretty solid. Now, I am going to move one person from B tier up. I'm
Mikal Bridges.
going to, just because I feel like I have to.
Mikal Bridges, Vince Carter, or Sean Marion. Vince Carter because you like him, and I really want to see Tice, like, make a decision with conviction. But if you're looking for who the best is, it's Sean Marion or Mikal Bridges, and there's no debate.
Friday.
There we go. You know what? I don't agree with that, but he's not the worst player in A tier, and you stuck to your guns. Fair play.
In the comments, do what y'all gotta do, but I want a balanced tier list. I want a perfect tier list. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep. 7 deep.
So it's in the 2-inch formation. There you go. It's a perfect. It's in the 2-inch formation.
11.
Nobody's gonna. If anyone gets that reference, do not put it in the comment section, please.
7 and then 7 again. Perfect. I mean, it's a perfectly distributed tier list, and I love it. I love the way this tier list looks. Let me know your.
Yeah, it is perfect distribution. Just about.
Your thoughts on my tier list down below in the comments. Who am
this one started off fine, and then he started moving some tiers around, and I just lost track of it. I'm cool with S tier. You know what? I actually don't disagree with S tier whatsoever. Like, I personally think he got the best 7 players. Well, best 6 players. He's 2 Kevin Durant's. He got the best 6 players and put them all in the S tier. In A tier, Tatum and Richard Jefferson do not belong. Mikal Bridges, Sean Marion are better than them. Other than that, A tier fine. And then Allen Houston should be down a tier. Sadiq Bey, Tobias Harris, Gus Gerard should be up a tier. Iggy should be up a tier. Maybe Hondo down a tier. But I don't know. Those bottom tiers, like F tier, Hedo, none of these 3 guys belong in F tier. You have TJ Warren, who is the worst card for stats I've ever seen. And a garbage man, 6'4" Ruby, who's slow, can't play defense, can't even shoot that well, and can't dunk. And then you've got Franz Wagner, a 6'9" guy with long wingspan who doesn't miss. You got Paul Pierce. His release is garbage. His stats are very similar to a Jason Tatum. Like, Paul Pierce is not that much worse than Jason Tatum. Like, they both have got fantastic stats combined with a borderline unusable release. Jason Tatum and Paul Pierce should not have 4 tiers between them. And Hedo Turkoglu, I don't like Hedo Turkoglu, but I mean, Hedo Turkoglu is closer to freaking Danny Granger than he is to Peja Stojakovic. Honestly, Hedo Turkoglu is closer to Jason Tatum than he is to Peja Stojakovic. Like, there are 2 guys in this F tier that you could argue are similar to Tatum in A tier. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hate Jason Tatum in this game, by the way. You guys all can see that right now. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.